Pi pioneers, listen up. Donald Trump and Pi Network might be the partnership nobody saw coming, and I've found 3 massive reasons why this could actually happen. The connection isn't random, it's strategic genius that aligns perfectly with Trump's political playbook. Trump's America First ideology, his war against establishment banks, and his need for an uncensorable communication platform all point directly to Pi Network. That third reason especially? It's going to blow your mind because nobody's talking about it yet. Before anything else, follow my Telegram and Facebook pages linked in the description right now. You need to stay ahead of what's coming next because this could change everything for pioneers who've been holding on. Here's why this matters more than you think. Trump built his career on economic independence and fighting for regular Americans trapped by banks, inflation, and a rigged system. Pi Network is a digital currency anyone can mine from their phone without banks or government control. You know what? It's financial empowerment for the people by the people, exactly what Trump promises his supporters. Imagine him saying, "The elites controlled your money too long, here's a currency you control." Pi becomes a symbol of the American dream reborn, a tool for breaking free from corrupt systems. Pi's community-driven value puts power in people's hands, not distant bankers. Every pioneer becomes a stakeholder in a new economy. That's why Pi could be the ultimate America First currency. The second reason is Trump weaponizing Pi against the establishment. You know what? Trump's identity is fighting the swamp, Wall Street, big banks, and the Federal Reserve. Pi's blockchain technology is built on decentralization. No CEO controls it. No authority manipulates it. No elite structure shuts it down. Pi runs on millions of everyday people contributing to a network that can't be hijacked. It's anti-establishment by design. Imagine Trump declaring, "This financial system the swamp can't control. They freeze your bank account but can't touch your Pi wallet." That's real freedom, and in a world where protesters get cut off from their money for speaking out, that message hits hard. Pi lets Trump position himself as a revolutionary leader building tomorrow's solutions while opponents debate old politics. The battle between Pi and traditional banks becomes David versus Goliath, with Trump cheering for David. If opponents attack Pi, they look like they're defending corrupt banks his base distrusts. Beyond America, Pi isn't controlled by any country or globalist organization. Trump could say, "We don't need a government digital dollar." The people are building their own. Pi's decentralized nature is the perfect weapon in Trump's anti-establishment war. Now the third reason changes everything. You know what? This isn't about currency. It's about pure political power. Pi Network isn't just cryptocurrency, it's a massive social network with over 50 million users worldwide. That's a pre-built, highly engaged audience bigger than Spain's entire population. In politics, direct access to people is everything. The ability to communicate instantly, mobilize supporters, and understand what they care about. Trump knows this. He built his campaign on Twitter, speaking directly to millions without media filters. But big tech can censor him, ban him, limit his reach, and they have. Pi Network is different. It's a decentralized communication channel to millions with built-in interaction tools, and no single company can pull the plug. If Trump aligns with Pi, he gets an uncensorable direct line to a global audience of engaged users who check in daily and actively recruit others. The Pi demographic, optimistic but skeptical of traditional systems looking for change, overlaps perfectly with Trump's base. Just being Pi's champion would make him the de facto leader of this massive community. His messages would spread virally as every pioneer shares them. Imagine Trump saying, "There are 500,000 pioneers in this state. These are my people." That's a ready-made grassroots army, organized, motivated, ready to act. You know what? While everyone debates Pi's price, Trump would see the network's true power, the ability to build parallel infrastructure for political influence, immune to traditional control. He could integrate Pi into his campaign. Donate with Pi, show your Pi wallet for VIP access, get Pioneer-exclusive content. His supporters transform from passive viewers to active participants, building the movement alongside him. This is about creating a parallel society with its own economy and communication, with Trump as its figurehead. The third reason isn't about money, it's about securing influence, bypassing enemies, and mobilizing a global network that can't be canceled. So, there it is. 3 massive reasons why Trump backing Pi actually makes strategic sense. First, Pi represents economic independence at its core. It's a people-powered currency built on self-reliance and innovation, which ties directly into the America First philosophy. For someone like Trump, who constantly pushes the idea of national and individual sovereignty, Pi could be seen as a tool to challenge traditional financial systems and promote a decentralized economy that benefits everyday people instead of big banks. Second, Pi could serve as the perfect weapon against the establishment. Traditional financial institutions and social media platforms have always held the power to silence or restrict voices they disagree with. But Pi, built on decentralization, removes that control. Supporting a network that empowers individuals and limits centralized interference would be a direct hit against the same elites and tech giants Trump often criticizes. And third, Pi offers an enormous, untapped political platform that could completely reshape how leaders connect with the public. Imagine Trump being able to engage directly with millions of users across the world, no censorship, no algorithms deciding who sees his message, and no gatekeepers filtering his communication. Through the Pi ecosystem, he could build an independent network of supporters, fund campaigns through digital transactions, and even reward engagement using Pi itself, all within a decentralized system that no one can shut down. It's more than just a cryptocurrency, it's a political tool, a communication network, and a financial system rolled into one. In a world where digital control is tightening, Pi could hand Trump a way to bypass traditional power structures entirely. And you know what? This might just be where politics and finance collide in a way that changes everything. Here's my honest opinion. Do I think Trump will back Pi tomorrow? Probably not immediately. But the strategic logic is absolutely sound. Whether it's Trump or another major figure, someone will recognize what I'm seeing: the convergence of decentralized finance, political movements, and social networking is inevitable, and Pi sits right at that intersection. You know what? I've followed Pi for a long time, and there've been moments I questioned whether this community would get the recognition it deserves. But when I look at the bigger picture, at people's growing distrust of traditional institutions, at the desperate search for alternatives that work, Pi's value proposition makes more sense than ever. I genuinely believe pioneers who stuck through the quiet periods will look back and realize they were early to something significant. Not because of hype, but because giving regular people access to financial tools that bypass traditional gatekeepers is an idea whose time has come. Could Trump be the catalyst? Maybe. Could it be someone else? Absolutely. But someone with vision will recognize what millions of pioneers know. This movement represents something real, addressing genuine frustrations with the current system. My honest take is we're still early in this story, and the next chapters will surprise people who wrote Pi off too soon. Stay patient, stay engaged, keep your eyes open because the best parts of this journey are still ahead. Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this gave you a new perspective, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Follow my Telegram and Facebook pages in the description to stay ahead of every development. The game is changing, and pioneers who see it coming will benefit most. Keep mining, keep believing, and keep your head up.